How you doing? My name is Jose Suarez from Barbert. I'm here to demonstrate to you the new adapters that will be launching soon. Basically, they're more spacers than adapters. You have for your T outliner, zero gapping, and your Slimline Pro for your T outliner blade change. We're going to start with the T outliner. You're going to basically take your T outliners and unhook the blade. All you'll be needing is a Phillips head screwdriver, and what we're going to do is we're going to put these spacers in and gap the blade at a zero gap. That way it's just permanently in there. You have no play or anything like that. You're going to take out the spacer, unhook these two screws. You're going to take out the spacer. This is a spacer that comes in normally when you buy the T outliner. You're going to take, right now we're going to be launching two adapters. One is a zero gap, one is about 0.010 of an inch below a zero gap. So it's preferably your preference. Take one of them. These things just align straight to the blade. There's no adjusting, there's no play to the blade. You put back every piece that you took off. You don't tighten the adapter all the way down there. So these screws, you have to leave them with just a tad bit loose. Just normally how you zero gap them normally. See, it has a little play, not much like the stock one. This will basically put your cutting blade at a zero gap with no other machinery needed. So if you drop this blade, if you bang it against something, you can always just go back and just straighten this up. So it's a lot less work than doing it the old-fashioned way. Put your cutting blade on top, and see the play. You could, these adapters, you can set them to two settings: a true zero gap, which will cut just as close as a 5/0, or you can set it down just a little bit. It's basically your preference. What we're going to do here is we're going to hold the blade. See, it has just a slight bit play. You hold it right where you want it, to your preference. You look up and you see where you want your cutting blade to be on top of your stationary blade. And you tighten your screws. Just like that, you have a zero gap blade. What you want to do is put it back. Now you're going to put the blade just like normally you would. Nothing different. All you're doing is changing the adapter so it could be at a zero gap. Again, we have two different forms of adapters, one at 0 and one at 0.010 of an inch. So you can get the closest, sharpest lines you can with this blade. You don't have to sharpen it, you don't have to do anything. Right from the box, you put these spacers in, your machine is zero gap, and it will be better than when it comes factory. That's all there is to it. You're done. No special gadgets, no holding it to the mirror, simply put on. The advantage to this is if you ever drop it, and you know how we barbers love the way our blades cut, if you drop it, to get it back to where it was before is a real pain. So what you do is, if you drop this blade, you just simply take out the adapter, you reuse it for another blade, and it cuts the same way as it did before, with no sharpening, nothing like that.